We've been doing it for so long. Good morning to you. It's Valentine's Day 2023. Happy Valentine's Day, Bridge Nation. Yes, we're here in the building. A few of us are showing signs of red color. And I'm not to be excluded from that batch. Hardly take over the place in that red man. You know, the man has a Valentine's, you know.
Fire engine red.
Remember, love doesn't make the world go round. Love is what makes the ride worthwhile. Happy Valentine's Day. This is Top of the Bridge. Up and go. It's now time for
WTF.
What the Facts?
And it's only fitting that we have a little fact on love. Easy me and Bridge Nation. Say, well, go on. Love eases chronic pain. That is right. Though love isn't going to be replacing modern medicine anytime soon, it could come in handy if you ever find yourself in some serious pain. One study conducted by researchers at the Stanford University School of Medicine found that the warm and fuzzy feeling creates the same response in the brain as painkillers, without any of the harmful potential side effects. So, experience that warm fuzzy feeling today. It's a good look. I like it.
Interesting one.
Why not?
No, that is that the verb? Because then now you be talking.
Yeah.
But if it's just a matter of people making you feel,
well, your brain, I mean, whatever release the little things in your mind to make you feel good. If you want to do that action, or you want, just say the word I want card.
Anyway, it's like any way you take it.
Yeah.
It amounts to the same thing.
Yeah.
It will, in fact, not replacing modern medicine, but it just might ease some of the pain.
It's a close second.
Yeah. All right, that's an interesting one.
Yeah.
And those are the kinds of facts that we like to share with you at 6:25 in the morning time here on Top of the Bridge Up and Go. It's what we call
WTF. What the Facts.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Yeah, get them all.
Time for update.
That's right, Bridge Nation. Now, one of my favorite rappers, his name is Chance the Rapper, wants fans worldwide to actually put him onto songs from their favorite Jamaican artists. So on Saturday afternoon, the American rapper took to Twitter to make his request, noting that he was open in all ears, and he's open to all areas and all genres of Jamaican music. He said, "Can someone put me onto their favorite songs from Jamaican artists? It can be new or old, widely popular or hidden gems. Reggae, dancehall, rhythm, mento, literally whatever. Just need some music," he tweeted. As we know, the rapper is working on a new album titled Starline Gallery, the title of which is inspired by the Black Star Line, a shipping line created by a Jamaican leader of the Pan-African movement, the great Marcus Garvey. The ships were sometimes used to transport people and make largely symbolic port visits to cities in Latin America in celebration of black self-determination, business ownership, and economic potential. Now, back in January, Chance the Rapper actually spearheaded the Marcus Garvey-inspired Black Star Line Music and Arts Festival in Accra, Ghana, in the historic Black Star Square. The lineup of the January 6th concert included acts like T-Pain, Vic Mensa, Toby Nigwe, and Erica Badu. So, I was always wondering if Chance was going to reach out to Jamaica, because when I found out he was doing this over Ghana, I was like, if you're doing this for Marcus Garvey, my G, you know what I mean? You have to link up Jamaica some way, somehow, my friend. And looks like this is a good chance. Very
good chance.
So Jamaican fans, link Chance. And
let me tell you about some of those who have been linking Chance already.
Lie.
Yeah, man. Whole heap of them.
Nice.
And some suggestions are coming in from some persons on Twitter. So persons are saying things like, remember Bob Andy, one of the most celebrated artists in the history of Jamaican music.
Yeah.
This other one says New Jacure and Stone Boy. Then you have Justine Hensel says every track on the Harder They Come soundtrack just re-released on vinyl for the 50th anniversary. Yeah. Guess who also reached out to Chance? Savannah.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, and she attached Lau Me.
Of course,
her latest
that's right.
hit song.
That's right.
Also reaching out to him was Tesselated.
Yeah, all right.
Who also attached one of his songs. Suggestions for Inika Mosey and Dennis Brown. Daly Harris responded. She says the Heptones Book of Rules.
Nice.
It's a reggae classic. David Geddes, who we had on the program recently, David said, Loving Papa, Here I Come, Reggae Ambassador, Tribal War, George Nooks, Peace Treaty, Jacob Miller. So a lot of persons have in fact responded, and
nice.
I suspect by now Chance has
he has
a whole lot to go
work
through.
with,
Yeah, man.
Big up.
We hope that something comes out of it.
Yeah.
And big ups to the artists who are on point.
Yeah.
Making sure that they try to at least seize an opportunity.
That's right.
Now, Cranium is also in the news. Dancehall artist Cranium was featured as a guest on the Kelly Clarkson Show on NBC recently. The Nobody Has to Know hitmaker performed Special Woman, one of the singles off his latest EP titled In Too Deep. Cranium, who was joined by a live band for the performance, shared that he's always proud to represent Jamaican culture. He said, and I quote, always proud to represent my culture and my music on some major platforms. I wanted to perform Special Woman because it's the perfect song for Valentine's season. It's a dope song produced by Unga from my EP coming out soon called In Too Deep. This, of course, is on Atlantic Records, and it features Naija on the song Without You. There's, of course, songs like Paranoid, whatever that is in the morning.
That's clever.
And then there's also one called Early in the Morning and With Daya. So to promote the EP, Cranium will be touring sections of the UK and Canada and the United States, and that kicks off on the 29th of March. We wish him well, and right now we have his performance that we'll be carrying live. For those who are on audio, you'll hear us, and those who are watching us via our streaming portal, you'll be able to see his performance. Here is Cranium as he represented his culture, Jamaican culture, on the Kelly Clarkson Show recently. Here he is. Well done, Cranium.
Well done.
Yeah, and a beautiful song as well.
Yeah, man.
As he said, in time for Valentine's season. That's, of course, a song called My Special Woman. Special Woman, actually, is the correct title. And I think he did a good job, eh?
Yeah, man, I like it. Big
nice
up.
exposure for him as well.
Yeah.
Kelly Clarkson herself, of course, a hit-making singer.
Yep.
Who's now into television and seemed to be doing fairly well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big ups to her. Now it's time for us to go into our proverb of the day. Here it is.
Empty bag can't stand up.
Say what?
Empty bag can't stand up.
Oh.
That's right. That's why we drink
nice
tea.
and short.
Yeah.
Empty bag can't stand up. Need to have some food in your system, I guess. Basically what it's saying is that a hungry person cannot work.
That's true.
True. Yeah.
You're not supposed to.
Yeah,
You're not supposed to.
No.
But yeah, because in Jamaica, Richie, have some people, them tough it out. You're not supposed to.
Yeah.
In truth. But,
A lot of people out there don't even have breakfast. I can't do that, honestly.
Yeah, you tell me.
Yeah. I really can't.
I don't do it
Many
intentionally.
people don't eat breakfast.
Yeah, man, just fly out.
Yeah, them just move and later on in the day. Some people actually just have one meal per day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is discipline, Richie.
But then you have some that don't miss one meal.
Yeah. Right around the clock.
Oh, whoa. All right, so remember when you hear the proverb, empty bag can't stand up, the meaning is a hungry person cannot work.
Yeah.
That moves us now into our pet peeve of the morning. And remember that pet peeves are things that people do that you might find annoying, irritating, and very often upsetting. Today's pet peeve comes from one of our listeners, one of our Bridge Nation.
Man in Bridge Nation. You know my biggest pet peeve, or one of my biggest pet peeve, persons who continue to ask women, and I'll just narrow it down to myself, when you get a youth, when you get pregnant, you know, to say, like literally somebody said to me, you know, to say, time I run out for a picnic, where are we plan? And I tried my utmost best not to be rude, but come on people, you can't think it is okay to ask a woman when she's getting pregnant why she don't want a baby. That is rude and insensitive because they don't know what they might go through. Listen, on a Valentine's Day, me know the question that gonna come up, why you don't have the man, why you single, da 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 da. People, try not to take it personal. And for those who are asking the question, be a little bit more understanding and sensitive because you don't know what somebody is going through.
True.
Here, here.
All right, that is a pet peeve of one of the members of our Bridge Nation. Quite an insensitive thing to do, and especially, you're not even familiar with the individual. You don't even know them that well.
That's right.
And you're going to throw those kinds of questions at the individual.
You know what's interesting, Richie? It just goes for show so you can't follow up people, because watch this now. In the case of someone keep asking a person why you not have a youth, you have that side of it, and then you can have the case like Rihanna. Where like them say, oh, she just have baby, so. It's like you can't please nobody. Like if you choose to sit down and have pitney, you say, oh yeah, too much now. No, calm down, man. You're not even getting a chance for rest.
Yeah, the same one I can look for you down the line and say, yeah, you're pregnant again.
Yeah, yo, just live your life, man. I love people.
It's rough.
Yeah.
People ask you, if you're not getting married and you just broke up.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Live your life. I mind your business. Simple as that.
Yeah,
Ring back and all kind of
A good retort is drink some water and mind your own business.
Facts.
All right.
The Bridge 99 FM.
From Jamaica
To the world.
Right. Thank you, Rory. At this time, we would have had our scheduled guest who was asked instead that he be rescheduled as things are happening at a very fast rate at the RGD, and maybe it's best that he allows certain processes to take place before coming on here in the heat of the moment. As you would have known, operations at the Registrar General's Department, the RGD, offices island-wide, came to a halt yesterday. It's a story that we carried here on Top of the Bridge Up and Go when dozens of employees called in sick. Workers arrested, we understand, over aspects of the public sector compensation review. And the RGD, of course, deals with births and marriages and death records and so on. Things got to a bubble to a boil, and we saw where apparently a police officer actually used pepper spray on some of the persons who had turned up at the RGD yesterday, and that, of course, caused a whole nother round of problems. So we had scheduled the Mr. O'Neill Grant, who is the president of the Jamaica Civil Service Association, but he has asked if we could kindly allow him to attend to some urgent matters in relation to the matter we just discussed, just outlined, and have him at a later date. And so we're pretty okay with obliging in that regard. You know what I mean? Hi to our friends at the RGD, and we certainly hope that you'll get consideration for the demands that you're making, which, in all fairness, seem quite in order. You know what I mean? So big ups. There's a story that we didn't get around yesterday, although we had planned to Shelz. We didn't get around to talking about. DJ Audley, we were talking about it off the air as well, of this student at the University of the West Indies who apparently held captive his girlfriend, a 19-year-old young lady, in his dorm room for what seems to be somewhere in the region of 3 days. And he's alleged to have tortured her with a clothes iron and other stuff, and the whole nation is talking about it. It's a very, very sad development. I see the guild president is speaking out, and the university itself has also issued statements, and we'd like to, of course, Shelz, add our voice to this this matter, which is cause for concern. And quite a disappointing thing to have done by this young man, who's now charged, by the way, and will face the courts.
Yeah, and me, Richie, when it comes to situations like this, you have to pay attention to the comments, like social media-wise. And
right.
What I'm seeing is that, interestingly and quite sad, I'm seeing people who are taking a perspective of, like, the young man who's charged. They're taking his, like, I would say taking his side, but they're providing a perspective, like, it's almost justified behavior.
Really?
Yeah, man, I say, some things like, people pay attention to what he did, but never pay attention to what she did to cause him to do that. And I was like, bro.
I don't have all the facts, but what I gleaned was that it was a case of suspicion of infidelity.
Yeah, but
that should not lead him to take that kind of action.
Man, and that's why, Richie, especially upon the day, This day of love. More on the G them out there, the young men out there for understand. Say yo, and it does sound away, and it nice to hear when the woman them say to you in the heat of the moment, especially oh yo, I love you and I'm yours. But really and truly, more understand. Say yo, they're not nobody not obligated to you that way. They understand me like you have to understand. Say you don't own nobody like that. You understand me? Even I mean, Richie, you have the perspective of like a marriage as well. Like you have to have certain type of respect, and I really like nobody really obligate like. So what if she do something like that, bro? Like that not call for like. No. Yeah, it's sad, man.
You saw a video which I didn't see, but I understand it's terrible to look at.
Yeah, I actually asked let me just look. Yeah, but the video.
We saw where the Guild UWI Mona Guild of Students President Omolora Wilson says that she's hopeful that the accused will receive, and she puts it this way, the full wrath of what they're supposed to meet in the justice system. She says, my concern is genuinely in the justice system to ensure that this matter is handled well. Wow. She said in an interview recently. And like I mentioned, the UWI itself has condemned what they call, of course, gender-based violence following the attack on the female student. They issued a statement. And they said they had already commenced an internal investigation and has activated procedures in keeping with campus policy on these matters. It said that its campus security received information on February 9 that the female student was being held in the room of another student, and she was found to have suffered burns all over her body. What was going through this young man? I understand that his family is apparently seeking to retain the services of a well-known criminal attorney, Mr. Peter Champagny. Obviously, we will see how that all develops.
Okay.
But anyway you take it, it is sad and it should not happen.
No, sir. A joke. I want to Bridge Nation. I don't say a joke thing. What I mean is like a laughing matter. I don't mean it's a joke thing. It's like a clown move that when really business where him come from in a business who I'm people them like them thing they not for go on, bro. You see me?
Straight up.
Let me go on.
Straight up.
Let me say this, Richie. When you actually view that video of that young lady showing
burns
those
and so
burns, let me tell you, it's going to be a miracle.
Omolora said it right.
It's going to be a miracle.
You do that, you deserve the wrath of the justice system.
I'm telling
you.
Just learn to say no and just let go, bro.
Yeah,
just let go, man.
We're not judging, but I'm telling you, from that video,
it's just not a good look.
It's definitely something that that's torture.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
We're about to get inside of our interview. We've been telling you that she's going to be on with us. As a matter of fact, she is a very, very talented lady by the name of Shuga. Born in Montego Bay, Bogue, Montego Bay to be exact, and she grew up in a Christian home. Her mom was a Seventh-day Adventist. Her dad, in fact, owned a sound system. So she grew up around music. Had a big voice from early, and even at high school, she started performing. And then by the time she graduated, she settled into a job at Coral Cliff in Montego Bay, where she performed as a cabaret act. And then she was told about the fact that Tanya Stevens wanted a background vocalist. She auditioned, and on the spot, as soon as Tanya heard her talent, she got that job, went and toured all over Europe with Tanya. And when she was not touring, she was still holding down her job at Coral Cliff. And then came 2008, when some friends of hers encouraged her to enter the Rising Stars competition. And of course, she made a big mark, started calling herself Brown Sugar, and went on to win that competition. And as they say, the rest is history. We have her to speak with momentarily, but right now, here is Shuga, as is her current name on the radio. One of her latest releases. Before we talk to her, okay, now we're going to talk with her. Good morning, Shuga.
Good morning. Thank you guys so much for having me.
Oh, it's our
listeners as well.
Yeah, man. Big up yourself, Shuga. Watch the here, no, man.
Yeah, man. Growing.
All right. How you been doing, Shuga? Been a long time since we spoke on air. How have you been doing?
I've been good. Can't complain. I mean, still alive and kicking above ground. So I'm grateful.
One thing has changed since the last time we spoke, though, and that is that you have now become a mother. Tell us about motherhood and how you're coping, straddling motherhood with the music industry and so on. How is it working out for you, and how's the little baby?
He's good. Right now he's watching Lulu Kids in the room.
Okay.
While I get through this interview.
Yes.
But it has been a journey, a great experience. I mean, children tend to bring new meaning into a whole family.
Yeah.
And that's the situation here. I'm every day. This kid got me blushing every day, man.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
nice.
in love.
Nice.
You feel genuine love coming from the child,
Nice.
don't you?
Yes, I do. This little person, all the innocence and being a guardian, I know it's a big responsibility. So
Yeah.
I'm doing my best.
Yeah, well done from all accounts.
Yeah, man.
You have also been active on the music scene, though. We just played one of your recent releases. Can you tell us what things have been like on the recording scene? What have you released recently, and what is to come?
Okay, so recently my latest release is Strike a Pose on the Media Dolly Rhythm from Penthouse Records. Which also features Esco Levi, D Major, Tonto Metro and Devante, and Buja Banton. Yeah, and before that there was Dear Mr. Government, a song that represents the voice of the people, of course, because we are going to keep the music relatable. And what's to come? I've been working tirelessly with Donovan Germain on my very first album, and I'm so excited because we finally completed it, mixed and mastered. So it's just about, completing little fine-tuned things, doing the photo shoot and getting the cover work ready and stuff like that. But that's on the way, and I'm so looking forward to sharing all this great music with everybody.
I love it. Now, Sugar, tell me a little more about the album. Phenomenal Woman. What go on? I like how it sound already. What kind of vibes? What can we expect? Any collabs or anything like that?
Well, there are quite a few collabs on it, yes. Agent Sasko
Wow.
is on the album. Beautiful song. It's an all reggae album. Fully reggae. Live production, beautiful production. And why? We just want to hear it. Because make announcement at the second coming, We just want to get it from yourself, and then you be the judge.
Yeah.
Like what you like, share what you like, support what you like.
Yeah. We will do that
Definitely.
as soon as we get our hands on it. I mean,
Come on.
you are already in a camp that is known for producing high quality music, and so we don't have to worry about the production. You are yourself a very, very talented female singer, so we know that the talent will be there. But to what extent is Phenomenal Woman gonna give us greater insights as to who Shuga really is? Is that the plan?
Oh, yes. I've always been real, I always get full 100 of Shuga. Yeah? So, Phenomenal Woman is definitely gonna bring out everything else that has not yet been exposed, because Shuga is a girl from Bogue, and I've been caught between those two titles, Girl from Bogue and Phenomenal Woman, because I'm a roots girl, I'm gonna keep it natural. I'm just always want to be myself, because I believe that we're all here and we all have a purpose. I'm gonna think if we come and try to be nobody else. You understand? So it's 100% Shuga. It's 100% my experience, people's experience. It's a relatable album, and that's why I just want to share it so that you can see exactly what I'm saying. You know, there are love songs. There's something on it for everybody. There are songs about love, reality tune about things we are going on, things where we experience, you know, with the violence, crime, we're going in our country. Things that we not like, how changes what we want to see, what we wish we could have make. You know, this music is a tool, a beautiful tool, and it sometimes is used for negativity, you know. Sometimes, and I don't really want to say it's used for negativity because it's an expression, and people express how they feel, express what they know, and it's an art, you know. So it's just like painting something and bringing it to life. Are things that we know already, but when somebody come and say it, now we start say, boy, them might be negative, but that's something where we are live. It exists. You understand? And so let me retract and not say people are use it for negativity, but we use it to, you know, highlight certain things, and that's what I'm doing with this music. And you know, I just hope people will embrace it more, because I've noticed one thing, you know, about us. We will quickly jump and say, yo, this thing is negative and I don't like this, and we will comment on it. But while the positive things are there, we don't quickly support them. You know, we not grab them up. The negative things, them, we're glad to say something about it. We're gonna say, yo, this, why them not try to do something positive? But when there are so many positive things going on and nobody take note of it,
highlight.
Here.
So we need to fix that about ourselves, because that's something is an individual thing, you know. It's an individual thing. Right now we see, I know it's not about anybody else right now, it's about Shuga and the album, but we just want to highlight something. There is Young Valiant out there doing his music, and him have a song named Great Man. And the song is nice. But when you check the views on YouTube, it's a different language that, you know, because me I tell you, say, the views on that song versus the song about the goose of them. A different thing, and it speaks volume, because we're gonna say we're not getting positive music, but this are the same individual do the nice song there now, where we would have called positive, but where is the support for it? None. So then what do you push the artist to do? If you want to make money and him having people them to feed, and him having pity them, and him have suffer a long time, and glad to see the girl millions, what you think I got he's gonna lean towards what is being supported.
Follow the money, It's a very important point that you're making. Very, very important point. It's something that we spoke about here recently, Shelz. And so I'm glad that you actually highlighted it from an artist perspective this morning. Really, really good to hear you say that.
I know, and because I'm so excited for your project as well, Shuga. You know, any release date in mind?
That is for another interview. That, like I said, we're still working out some things, some small things. So yeah, man, I don't really want to throw that out there yet until everything concrete. But I just want to know, say, Shuga not lazy. Shuga they in the studio all the time, but the music is positive, or so we call it. It's about the things them way, you know, go on, the things them way they run with every day. We are talking about the things the government hold down and all of them something there. So the love what we wish we would have get, it's not there. But we are say hello, like I'm have the mic right now and I'm on air. But I say go and support the music, man, and show some love to positivity, because the wheel has to keep turning. You understand? If we keep turning down these things, just imagine not having positivity at all. Just imagine that if everybody were to turn and just start doing things that are being supported versus things that are needed, you know, to keep the mental space in a positive light. You understand? Yeah, man. So support the positive music just the same, man. Because may I tell you, I don't know how the artists them keep going. I don't know how me do it. I don't know how I do it.
Look at you now. You have your album coming out, which means that something are going on for you, and you're doing something that is correct. As a Jamaican and a Caribbean entertainer, how proud were you of Rihanna taking the center stage at the Super Bowl halftime? And did you catch the performance? Any thoughts on it?
Wow. I caught the I couldn't miss that because when I see Rihanna perform for how many years now? Was it from 2017?
About 8 years or so.
You know
7,
what
8
I'm
years.
saying? So it was a beautiful performance, man. I look for her and I say, wow, this is a Caribbean girl, and she just mash up the whole place. Beautiful. I don't even know, lost for words, because just to see her up there so high up on that thing with our little belly bump.
Yeah.
I was nervous for her because but when I looked behind and I saw that she was strapped strapped down, I was
kinda
like,
relaxed.
okay, all right, girl, go on, do your thing.
All right, now Shuga, where can people?
Full performance, man,
Yeah,
and
man.
I'm sure the entire Caribbean is.
We're proud, man. For real, for real. Now, Shuga, where can people follow you, your music, your positivity, everything? Where can people find you?
Okay, well, my music is available on all digital platforms, every single one. Spotify, just look for Shuga, Shuga, Shuga Music. If you search for Shuga and you don't find it, just add the music to it. And remember, it's Shuga. I have to spell my sugar extra sweet, especially like go to the Valentine's
See
Day.
it
Yeah, Shuga, yeah.
Listen,
So, my social media handle everywhere is Shuga Music. Yeah, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all over. Yeah, man, just look for the girl with the blonde hair. You can't miss.
Shuga, great talking with you. Nice catching up with you. And I'm really happy to hear that your album is just about to be released sometime soon. We'll be waiting to get our hands on it, and we'll give you the usual level of support. Big ups to yourself and your family, and stay positive, and all the best to you, all right?
Big up.
Respect.
Every time. That's Shuga.
And it's time for our Fresh Face Tuesday, Bridge Nation. Now here we're going. Our Fresh Face Tuesday artist this morning is Shanice Sewell. Now Shanice is actually from the parish of St. Thomas here in Jamaica, and is a singer and songwriter who has garnered much of her experience doing live performances. While she may have a captivating presence on stage and the vocal ability to hold a note impressively, she is thrilled to be gifted in writing and singing her own songs. Her latest single, Call Me Harley Quinn, was released on February 10th, 2023. Now, her interests are reggae, soul, and pop music. However, Shanice enjoys all genres of music, and in addition, she enjoys creating and meditating in consciousness, along with crafting spiritually uplifting music. She hopes that one day her name will honorably be recognized and mentioned for being an influential performer and songwriter who delivers conscious and spiritually uplifting music for the entire world. I love that. Greetings and welcome to Top of the Bridge Up and Go. Shanice, well go on.
Hi, everybody.
Morning,
Hi,
morning, Shanice.
Well go on. So, Shanice, I'm rolling hot. You understand? I'm rolling hot with the first question. Why music? You know, is that too wide of a question? Is it too direct? I want to know why music for Shanice. Because you could do anything else. I know you have the gift for it, but why music?
I mean, that's not a far off question. That's a perfect question. Can you hear me clearly?
Yeah, man, we got you.
I've tried not doing music. I've been in so many areas, but it keeps pulling me back, and it feels like I'm not fulfilling my true purpose when I'm not doing music. It's like something would eat me alive when I'm not writing or singing or becoming this person on stage who shares and gets so into what I have to offer. So it's something that I'll be basically suffocating myself not doing.
So it's music is that a music or nothing else, Richie?
Yeah, she's very expressive.
I love that. I love that. Now, speaking of being expressive, Richie, I want to know, because I read it a while ago in terms of your interests, Shanice, when it comes to genres of music, but based on who you just explained your love for music, I'm going to just say that nobody can box you in terms of your craft. Is that true?
That's a fact. And to be honest, for a long time, it was just me who used to box me in.
Wow.
But a lot of growth needed to take place. To be honest, it's not even the gift or the ability that was my challenge. It was that the amount of work would come with, you know, because doing music isn't simple, people. I don't want anybody out there to take it lightly. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of investment. And so that part of it had me like, maybe I know this me fair because see one sign here say, go sit down, do something else. I am, as you said earlier, I'm gifted, but I'm also capable. I was in the law sector for a while. I did paralegal work. I've done several, I've taught. I still teach now, but part-time, you know, because I have to invest into my music. But yeah, it's on a simple business. It was mainly that caused me to, you know, box myself in for a long time. But I'm up and I'm ready to go. I'm stronger. I'm even more stronger now.
Yeah. Yes. And obviously outside of the box. A lot of artists who are from parishes outside of Kingston, sometimes they see it fit to move into Kingston. And we know that St. Thomas is not that far away, and with the highway coming on stream, it will become much easier. But have you seen it fit to consider moving into the meat of the matter here in Kingston at some point? And are you finding it challenging doing it from where you are?
Funny question. Well, but a good question. I do not live in St. Thomas, and I haven't lived in St. Thomas for like 5 years. I actually moved to St. Catherine for college back in 2015. And so I've been in this side of the world. I still chose to be in somewhere that it's like reminds me of St. Thomas. So I'm in the countryside of St. Catherine. So I have been here.
More and more, Shanice, I'm finding that artists have a way of describing the kind of music that they do. If I should ask you, what kind of music does Shanice Sewell do? How do you describe it?
My music is light, and light not like take it lightly, but light as in it directs you, it invokes something in you and causes you to make a change, a positive change, I would hope. And so I think that's what my lyrics and the passion I put into my music, that's what it is. But as it relates to the sound, I believe that all the influences that I've had over my entire life, like music has been a part of my life since me a child, just I consume it, I listen like any other person. And, different genres, so many different genres I feel like fuse into what my sound is now. It's soulful, it's vibrant, and when a time for be like riveting and you need to get this, there's that too, so I'd say I'm very soulful. I go hard when I need to, and that's what it is.
All right, we're going on, Shanice. So we got some tracks for you, and I love the titles, especially the one that call me Harley Quinn, because Harley Quinn is a little vivacious character. We know Harley. You understand? I kind of get that vibe from you.
Which is very loyal.
True. But no.
That's the part of her I zoomed in on. So apart from her look, because I love her.
I can see it. All right. But so before we play that track, because when we play it, the fans are gonna run in, so we just need to let you tell the fans where they can find you and your music.
So you can find me on all social media platforms at Shanice Sewell on Facebook, at the official Shanice Sewell on Instagram, and on YouTube you can find me Shanice Sewell. My music, you can search Shanice Sewell in Google, and that just will take you anywhere you need to go as it relates to my music and songs.
I love it.
And performances.
I love it. Well, Shanice, I could do it, Richie could do it, but I think it's best you introduce this track. Call Me Harley Quinn.
Okay, so Harley Quinn, this song is all about loyalty, someone you can rely on, and loyalty is still a true, pure form of showing love. Call Me Harley Quinn by yours truly, Shanice Sewell.
Enough love.
Great meeting you, great talking with you, and best wishes on your career.
Thank you.
Big up. Anil said Harley Quinn. Big up Shanice Sewell. Let's see what she sounds like right now. New artist. We'd like to thank all of our guests this morning and all the participants in all the things that we did. Of course, our artists were Shuga and Shanice Sewell. We had, of course, our Canadian connection with Red and Ritz and Deuce.
Six Deuce.
Six Deuce sent me in tune already. You know?
The man's working. The man is working.
Get my email and send it already.
Today's his day.
Yeah, man. Of course, we looked at love inside of foreplay, and we wrapped it up with our love lines, and we thank our participants. The big surprise, of course, was what Shelz just received, and he's still having a difficulty containing himself. Thank you, Jody. Again, thank you, Kevin. Thank you to the rest of the team members, and remember that love is that condition in which the happiness of another person is essential to your own. That's very powerful.
Let me tell you.
Robert A. Henlin is the man who gave us that song. This is how we wrap it up. Make it a great day for you and for your lovers today on Valentine's Day 2023.
Love me for a reason.
Bye, everybody.